Hello, my name is Jeff Iller. I'm with the Kitsap County Woodcarvers out of Port Orchard, Washington. And today what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little demonstration on how to carve what we call a 2-minute owl. And it's nothing more than a stick with a couple of simple cuts which help to create the effect of an owl standing on the top of a post. And the way we're going to start that is with a stick that is 3/4 inch square by 12 inches long. And as you can see, I've got some lines drawn on it already, and that is the layout plan for the carving. As we start, we take the 3/4 inch dimension and we come down from the top of the stick 3/4 of an inch and draw 2 lines level across the front of the stick. From there we come down another 3/4 of an inch, and at 45-degree angle we carve lines all the way around each side of the stick, which meet at the back. We've also drawn on the lines at the back of the stick to show where we take wood off for the back of the owl, and where we take wood from the front and back to create the angle of the head. The tools I'm going to be using, although I have a wide selection here on the table, is simply a detail knife. Flex cut detail knives obtained from the internet, or my favorite, the Drake knife, a detail knife. And that's about all we're going to need today. You'll notice I left the stick long so that I can have a nice handle, since when we're carving things that are small, it is much easier to work if we cut the remaining stick off later. In this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to start at the head to create the planes of the forehead and the back of the head. So here I'll be using a push cut, working away from my supporting hand. And the cuts are small and controlled with 2 hands on the knife all the time. At a 45-degree angle until we reach the center line of the stick. Like that. That's one side. Well, we roll the stick over and begin the other. Then working from the tip of the stick back, the wood comes off pretty quickly. And our show, our woodworker show, is the second weekend of March at the Active Club Center in West Bremerton on National Avenue and East Street. It's free. And we invite you to come out and check out our woodworking. And as you see, I have the forehead all done here and the back of the head. And then what we do is we come down from the top and we create the 2 lines across the front that create the illusion of the separation between the neck and the chest. And again, it's just 2 stop cuts that come together to create a V and make a nice, smooth, clean line across the front. And we do another one on the other side. And as you can see, we now have the head separated from the body, and we can quickly do the back by using another push cut right up from the tail to the top of the head. And that gives us the idea that we have a tail on the back of our owl. And we again use a push cut on the diagonal lines now at the bottom of the owl to create the separation between the post on which the owl sits and the body of the owl itself. And as you can see, there's one side created at a 45-degree angle, and now we'll do the other. And again, it takes a sharp knife and both hands coordinating together so that we don't cut ourselves. Nice smooth cuts. And we wrap that around the piece of wood to create the tail. And again, I might be a little faster than most. If you're just starting out, this might take a little bit longer than 2 minutes. But if you're in wood carving in a hurry, you probably have the wrong hobby. And there we go. Now we have the separation between the body and the post. And what we could do is we can accentuate that a little bit by making some cuts at the base of the front of the owl. And these cuts are made with a push cut here, moving away from the hand with the supporting thumb, helping to leverage the knife. And then the other cut that separates the body from the top of the tree is done with a draw cut. And again, I have the safety of my supporting thumb to keep me under control so I don't cut my supporting hand. And you see we have the separation there between the owl's body and the tree. And the last thing we do is we just put some ears on this little guy. And that is starting underneath the top of the head on one side. We just create a little notch. And we do this the same way. We do a little push cut and a draw cut until we're happy that we have what look like little ears sticking out. Well, then we roll it over again on the other side and working from the inside to the out and making sure they're even. We have what we call the 2-minute owl. Alright, and again it was with one detail knife, a piece of wood about 3/4 of an inch square, some simple dimensions created with some lines drawn from the top down, and a little coordination. So with that, we've made our first carving. And again, we thank you for watching. I'm Jeff Iller from the Kitsap County Woodcarvers Club.